Why buy a home right now? Well, why not? Interest rates are undoubtedly interesting right now, at around 6 to 7% nationwide, but rental rates are currently higher than they have ever been too. The choice is yours, but in this straight-to-the-point video, the Budget Boss will briefly cover some home buying assistance products that some may not know about. First on the list is NACA. NACA is the largest nonprofit HUD-certified organization with over 45 offices nationwide and a national counseling center. NACA stands for the Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. One of NACA's primary services is its purchase program, which offers homebuyers the opportunity to buy a home with no down payment, no closing costs, and no fees, and NACA offers access to below-market interest rates. Sounds good, right? Well, it can be very good. The key word in the aforementioned is counseling. NACA isn't giving away money here, they're assisting in the process. Once qualified, members will have to participate in the program, which can take 3 months typically, and 6 months if the member has some consumer report issues, aka credit report. So NACA requires some footwork from its members, but the reward is the goal, right? NACA also provides counseling services to help homebuyers navigate the home buying process. Additionally, they advocate for policies that promote affordable homeownership and economic justice. We mentioned the reward. Once you're NACA qualified, it means that you are pre-approved for the NACA mortgage and ready for the housing search. NACA qualification means that a member is ready for homeownership with an affordable mortgage payment. Being NACA qualified makes one a desirable buyer for agents to work with and for sellers to sell to. NACA is certainly a valuable tool to carry in your home buying toolbox. Now I'll briefly share some insights into the NACA program. NACA requires full documentation. This includes the following: pay stubs for the last 30 days, you'll need tax returns from the last 2 years including your W-2s for the last 2 years, bank statements you'll need the recent 3 months for all accounts, and if you're self-employed you'll need the last 12 months of bank statements. If you would happen to be the type of person that jumps from job to job, you may be out of the race, and NACA may not be a good fit for you. A person should know that less than 2 years of employment looks risky to most lenders, so if possible don't leave a job that you had for 2 years and over. Also, if you're a new entrepreneur with a 40-hour place of employment, don't quit until you finish NACA's process. It's very important to know that a new entrepreneur without 2 years of steady income looks risky to lenders. As said earlier, NACA is a down payment and closing cost assistance program for qualifying persons. They require the commitment of serious homebuyers to complete their program. They will then set some guidelines to follow, but NACA has been an advocate for policies that promote affordable homeownership and economic justice since the 1980s. I think it's safe to say that these folks know what they're doing. So, there is potentially no down payment, closing costs or fees, and access to lower mortgage interest rates, and all that one has to do is complete a 3 to 6 month program. Let me ask you, is NACA's program why you should buy a home right now? Let us know in the comments. Also, one should consider the Federal Housing Administration, aka FHA. These guys have been providing mortgage insurance on loans approved by their own network of lenders in the United States and its territories. FHA guarantees these loans for single-family and multifamily residences. Since its founding in 1934, it has insured tens of millions of homes, making FHA the largest residential mortgage insurer in the world. A mortgage that is insured by the Federal Housing Administration is known as an FHA loan. They are especially well liked by first-time homeowners as they enable borrowers to finance homes with down payments of as little as 3.5%. FHA loans are a smart alternative for first-time homebuyers who might not have enough money saved for a sizable down payment. For an FHA-backed mortgage, even borrowers who have experienced bankruptcy or foreclosure may be eligible. A 3.5% down payment looks like this. If you were to borrow $250,000, your down payment would be close to $9,000. One should keep in mind that, unlike NACA, closing costs aren't included. Closing costs nationwide can start at 7 to 10% of the purchase price. Also, one must have MIP, also known as mortgage insurance premium. MIP in short means you also have to have money for mortgage insurance, though you may be able to pay it inside of the mortgage. The best part about FHA is the fact that single-family houses aren't the only qualifying residence. FHA-qualified persons can buy up to a 4-family house, and buy it at 3.5% down, or buy a mixed-use property that has some kind of a commercial space attached, like a store or daycare. For example, you'd buy a 4-family house and rent out the other 3. Let me share some FHA requirements to help you decide if you will buy a home right now. One would need a FICO score of at least 580. The borrower must have a steady income and proof of employment, and the home must be the borrower's primary residence. The last point is why I stated that you would live in one apartment and rent the other 3 to some good tenants. It's because FHA borrowers have to live in the house for at least 1 year. Another requirement is DTI or debt to income ratio. The cap is 43%. You can calculate your DTI ratio by dividing your total monthly debts by your gross, before taxes, monthly income. FHA must ensure the mortgage can be paid along with the other expenses a person or family has. If that sounds scary, allow me to share a fact with regard to debt to income ratio. If you bought that 4-family house through FHA, and your plan is to rent the other 3 apartments, that monthly rental income is now counted towards your debt to income ratio before you close on the house. Just for clarity. Let's say a person or family makes $8,000 monthly from 9 to 5 employment, and that same person or family will be renting the other 3 apartments for $1,000 a month. Well, that person or family now makes $11,000 a month in the eyes of their lender. I hope this information helps, and if it doesn't, let us know in the comments anyway. The Budget Boss is here to help. Hopefully, this information helps you decide why you should buy a home right now.